Kristen with Simply a Stewart, and I am back today with another Costco haul. So my husband and I made a rundown, and we got quite a bit of stuff. About I think it was the bill was about 700, roughly a little over 700. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys what we got. The first half of this is all going to be cold and frozen because I want my husband to go ahead and get it put away. If you aren't familiar with my channel, first off, welcome and thank you for being here. Go ahead and click on that subscribe button and join the crew. But we drive about an hour and a half each way, and we typically also stop at things like Trader Joe's and Aldi while we're out. And so it makes for quite a long day. And so we take coolers and all types of things. But when we get home, I need to get this filmed quick and get everything put away. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys what we got. All right, so over here, the first thing we got was we stocked up on some of our frozen vegetables. We completely cleaned out everything we had from Costco for frozen vegetables. So I went ahead and got 3 bags of the broccoli, and then we got 2 of these Normandy vegetable blend, which have the broccoli, cauliflower, and the carrots in them. These are organic. These broccoli, if you aren't familiar with them, they have 4 bags in them. They say they're steamable. We don't own a microwave for health benefits, so we just open the bags and throw them right into the oven or into the Instant Pot or whatever we're doing, and they work just fine like that. And then we also got a bag of organic pineapple and a bag of organic mangoes. We still have quite a bit of blueberries and strawberries, but we were out of both of these, and these are the only kind my son likes to make a smoothie. So we picked those up. Their frozen fruits and vegetables usually range in the price of $7.99 to $8.99, just to give you guys an idea. And then in here we have the bags, and these you can kind of see right here. It says 5, but there's 5 bags, just like the broccoli. 5 bags of the riced cauliflower. We do the same thing. We often cook this on right on the stovetop, so you can do those as well. And then we picked up 2 of the Plainville turkey, and I'll just quickly flip over. We tend to eat our things clean, and so you can see it's just organic turkey, water, and sea salt. So these are great. You can throw them in the freezer, pull them out when you need them. We use these quite often to make things like Lunchables. So if we've been having some like park dates and types of things to get outdoors and play some. And so we have taken these and made Lunchables out of them, and I wanted to restock our freezer. We did pick up one of these Kerrygolds. We're going to be getting into a season where I'm going to be doing some more baking and different things. Plus, we use this for mashed potatoes and whatnot. So I wanted to pick up another one. They are full price right now at $12.99. So I only picked up the one. Special treat for my girls. And I say that because my son doesn't care for them. But I only pick these up when we go to Costco. They are $6.99 for the double pack, but we do not have organic berries in our local grocery stores, so they always get excited when we bring those home from Costco. We did pick up 1 set of the mozzarella cheese. We do use this on our pizzas. We usually use like this, how it comes in like a 2-pack. We usually use 1 of the packs per time, and we usually make 2 to 3 pizzas, so that'll be 2 separate dinners. And then over here, this was the first time we've ever seen these. You can see, obviously it does say paleo, but you always want to check the ingredients. And right here, it just gives very basic ingredients. So there are 2 individual packs in there you can kind of see. And you can bake 1 at a time. It's roughly 44 meatballs, so 22 in each individual pack. This was on sale currently. I believe it was $9.99, $10 roughly. And so we've never had these. I hope they are good, but my husband, I'm sure, will eat them, even if the kids don't like them. But I can't imagine they won't. We got these with the idea that they're a really good fast food. So while they might seem a little on the expensive side, that's $5 for each dinner, and it's something that's super quick. And there's not a whole lot that my family eats that's super quick. And we're coming into a heavier season, especially with hunting. We hunt and butcher, and we're coming out of canning season, which we're not even finished with yet. And so it's just nice to have a few quick dinners in the fridge, in the freezer, that I don't have to spend a ton of time prepping. So we picked up 2 of those, so those would be 4 meals for us. Hopefully we will like them. If we do, we can stock up on some more. Then we got a set of the organic carrots. We use a ton of carrots, eating raw, eating cooked, but we also use them in things like smoothies and whatnot. So we have those. We did buy the Adele's chicken and apples sausage. Again, we try to stay as clean as we can. Here you go. Here's the ingredients quick. But we can use these for dinners, as well as my husband sometimes will take them for meat in a lunch, and I can just saute some vegetables and whatnot with it. So we got those. We also got three of the double sets. There are five dozen set of eggs, so 15 dozen of eggs, which if you are new here may seem like a lot, but we go through, that will probably actually only last us about 2 weeks. We go through a lot of eggs here, and we typically get them for a farmer, but over the course of 2020, it has been very difficult to get the number of eggs we need from him. I don't think it really has anything to do with COVID. I just think that coincidentally he had like a clean out of his chickens. I think something got to them, whether it be a fox or a coyote. And so he just had to kind of start from scratch. And so they're younger and they're not producing as much. So we aren't getting as many from him. So we have been getting, unfortunately, our eggs from Costco for now. Hopefully, as we come into the new year, maybe that will, by next summer, we'll be able to go back to getting our eggs fully from the farm. So we did get 2 of these big packages of organic baby Bella mushrooms. We go through, again, a lot of mushrooms here, and my kids absolutely love mushrooms. These 2 packs will literally only last us this week. So we picked up a thing of spring mix. We've not been having great luck with spring mix. Almost every time we get spring mix lately, it has been no good. It is like, even when we opened it, if the date hasn't passed yet, it has just not tasted right. So we got this. We are going to eat it for dinner tomorrow night. So I'm praying that it'll still be okay, because we all miss salad. We love salad. My husband and I would eat it every single day for lunch, and we haven't done that in probably at least a month, because we went through weeks and weeks where we would come home with salad and have to pitch it. So we got that. And then back here, we got 4, but one of them actually is for my sister. She can't drive down the Costco, so I picked one up for her. But the other 3 will be for us, and they are just a set of almond milk to use some in our baking, and then my kids like to make things like hot chocolate and stuff out of that. So okay, so as you can see, we still have a lot of stuff to go through. There's a couple things down here that are not food related, so I'm going to go ahead and grab those first. And the first thing are these king-sized sheets by Charisma. So I was actually checking these out in the aisle. We had 2 sets of sheets, and one of our sets got torn. They were pretty old. They got torn quite a bit ago, and we don't have a replacement set. And so there are days when I'm just doing laundry like crazy, and it's hard to get our sheets washed and back on the bed. And so I wanted an extra set. Those ones are fairly old as well, and so I was concerned about the same thing happening as well, and then not even having a spare set. So I did pick these up. I had been looking at them in the aisle, and the lady who came down was talking about how much she loved them, and she actually said that her husband, who was staying there with her, that he said after using them, he never wanted to sleep on another style of sheet again. So we decided to give them a try. So these were, I believe they were about $55. So we did pick those up. And then over here, I saw these. Actually, my husband saw them. They're the 32 degree. They're kind of like that cold gear type stuff. And so they had small, medium, and large. The medium are an 8-10, and the large were 12-14. So my daughters are wearing a size 8 and a size 10. And both of them could probably utilize a set of these, but they're very different in size, so I'm not sure which one of these are actually going to fit. I can't imagine them working for both of them. But so I picked up one set. I'm going to have them try them on, and then whoever they fit will go ahead and pick up another set. If they fit both of them, then I guess I will as well. But like I said, I felt it very unlikely that they both fit in this set. So, but these were, I believe, $9.99. So, and there you can see up here, there's a long sleeve crew set and with leggings. So they're set. All right, up to all the good stuff, all this food. We got 5, you can see over there, 5 things of almond butter. We were completely out of almond butter, which for us is not typical. But we opened our last jar this week, and so I picked up 5 more of those. And then I picked up 2 of the peanut butter. So a lot of the things you're going to see here over on this side are going to be kind of for baking purposes, and that's because we're coming into a season where I'm going to do more of those style things. So I did pick up a set of honey back here, not one, but 2 coconut oils. Now these were 11, 11 and change, and I swear that we have been buying these for 3 years, and I swear that is cheaper than they were previous, but they were not marked down in price. So if you guys have bought these recently, do you guys remember, has the price decreased? Maybe I am just losing my mind, but I swore as soon as my husband picked them up, I said, I know they were more expensive than that. So, but we did pick up 2, and then a maple syrup, you can see hiding back here. And that's an organic maple syrup as well. We get a lot of our maple syrup and honey both from the Amish, but I always like to have that on stock in case. We will use all of those things I just mentioned in our holiday baking, and that will begin with a large batch of fat bombs, if you are familiar with those, as we do those instead of Halloween candy. My kids do like to do trick-or-treating type stuff just for the fun, you know, the kid enjoyment of it. But then they don't eat candy, and they have no problem with the fact that we send that all to work with Daddy and his childless friends, that coworkers there are very excited to have candy themselves. And then we make, like I said, we make a bunch of fat bombs in place of that. So we picked up all of those things to make sure we had enough ingredients on hand to do that. And then over here we got the cashew clusters. We got 2 bags because my my 7-year-old has been in love with these, and he's been sneaking them just because he wants them. So I wanted to make sure I had enough for everybody. We're going to do those for snack, I think, just a little bit more often because he really does enjoy them. And then coconut clusters up here. Again, we opened our last bag. Very simple, easy ingredients. But my oldest in particular, and my youngest actually, those 2 love them. So I want to make sure I have them on hand. Back here is a case of coconut water. The price on this is actually just, it's better than buying them individually in Aldi, so I like to make sure I keep those on hand. My daughter uses these a lot to make their smoothies. And then back there hiding is an avocado oil. So again, we opened the last avocado oil, and I like to make sure that we always have one on hand. These are 18 and some change. So it's a really good price. The only downside is that while Chosen Foods is an excellent brand, they moved into a plastic bottle for Costco. It used to be a glass bottle, so that's a bummer. But otherwise, really good brand, really good price. And over here, I noticed I missed it, are the grain-free bars. You can see, again, right on there. My favorite kind of ingredients are where they can spell it out all right on the front for you. So we did pick those up as well. My husband, my kids, everybody really likes these, and they're a quick, easy snack. They are on the expensive side. I believe this box is about $16. Let me see if there's, okay, so it's about $1 a bar. So they're not the cheapest bars, but if you can take those on the road, it's still cheaper than stopping somewhere and buying something. So especially if you're trying to stay in, it's definitely healthier than most things you can buy on the road. So we like to have those on hand. And then look at that, guys. Yes, there are 7 bags of organic tortilla chips there. So usually we don't buy quite that many, but we stopped at Trader Joe's beforehand, and typically one of the like 5 or 6 things we buy there and buy in duplicates of are the organic corn taco shells. And they had none again. So they had none last time, and over the course of this time, we completely depleted our stock. And he went in to get them this time, and there were absolutely zero. And so we picked up some extras, and we're just going to do kind of like some nachos, some taco bowls instead. So that's why we picked up extra of those. We are a family of 6, and we do only go to Costco every like 4 to 8 weeks. So these will last us for quite a while. We are not eating these all this week. And of course, since we bought those, we picked up some salsa. Honestly, it's been quite a while since we picked up this. My husband typically gets his salsa, the kind that he prefers, and actually the majority of the kids at Aldi, but my one daughter and I do prefer this kind. It's a little bit spicier, and so we picked that up. We picked up a thing of sardines. I did not see a star on the sign of these. If you are an asterisk, if you're familiar with that, that means that they're getting rid of the product. But they were in very, very low stock, and there was like a box of them sat on top of a different style. So I don't know if they're going to keep these in stock or not. They're a better price, but the other ones definitely are a very good quality as well. They're Wild Planet, I believe, is what they're carrying now. So I don't know if they're going to get rid of these or if they're going to continue to have them. So we made sure we picked up one while we were there. We picked up 2 bags here of the coconut rolls. We were out of these as well. See, we were out of so many things, guys. There you go. So these are something my kids like to grab, like one of these, and then have some fruit with them with their snack in the morning. So we picked 2 bags of those up. And then, guys, I literally yelled when I walked around the corner. My husband's like, "What?" And I was like, "They have them finally." I've seen on so many Costco hauls that they have the Siete chips at your Costco's, and they did not have them at mine. I've been watching and watching and watching, and finally they had them. So my husband did not agree to get them for everybody because these bags are $6.99, and you can see the size difference, and those are $4.99. But these have no corn in them. And since I'm the one who has an autoimmune, we decided that we would get these for me for this time, and then we would kind of go from there next time. We also got to work within our budget, which you all know is just, it's part of life. So, but here, let me see if I can flatten that out a little bit better for you. There's cassava flour, avocado oil, coconut flour, ground chia seeds, and sea salt. So I am so ecstatic to try these. I cannot wait. Back here, yes, there are more boxes behind them that they, again, something they have been completely out of and is back in stock now are these Simple Mills almond flour crackers. And so we do use these again in like our Lunchables to go with the turkey that I shared earlier. And then we throw, you know, some fruits and vegetables and raw cheese and those types of things in and just make a little Lunchable to go places. So we have depleted again most of our stock of these because they had none the past 2 times we've been there. There you go. Quick show for you the ingredients. So we stocked up on 6 boxes of those. Each box has 2 fairly sized bags. The bags are actually slightly bigger than the individual boxes you can buy in a local grocer. So we got those. Down here, we got a set of paleo bars. My kids will be so happy to have these back. We didn't get them last time, and we just due to finances, just trying to cut some corners. And so my kids have been missing these drastically. So we picked up a set of these. They were $9.99 for the box. Back here, we got a set of raisins. My kids, I think, a #1 snack. Seriously, their favorite. So we picked that up. Up here, these bars are amazing. We get them off of VitaCost here and there, but my husband saw these and he picked them up. I can only imagine they taste wonderful because the bars do, but they were $9.99. I have not really, actually, I didn't even pick up the bag until I put them on the table, so I have not felt, I'm hoping they might even be big enough that I can kind of make like a peanut butter blossom type of cookie out of them. Those were my husband's favorite, and he doesn't get to have them very often. So if that's the case, we may snag more of these next time, or even order them off of VitaCost if I can't find them. So I'm excited to try those out. And then this box really didn't look like this when I picked it up off the shelf, but it got smashed in our cart on the way out when they stacked everything. And so we picked up a box of the flossers. My oldest is terrible for using these and not regular floss. Like, she hoards them in her purse, in her coat, in her cup holder of her seat in the car, like everywhere. So we needed to stock up on those because she keeps taking them all and they keep disappearing. Up here, we got a set of gum. I can't say much about that. It's junk. My husband likes it. He's an adult, so he eats it, chews it, whatever. We did find this Everyman Jack. I think this pack was roughly $13. And yes, they are all upside down. We laughed because we're like, the machine must have been broke, or the person must have been drunk who was putting these in, because half of them were upside down and half of them were not. But it is sandalwood, which I don't think is a scent my husband's tried before, but he doesn't really care. He does like this brand, and so we went ahead and picked that up. I was super excited to see it there. as long as he does care for it once we open it, we will definitely go ahead and keep purchasing it there as long as they carry it. And then over here, we picked up a bag of organic rice. This was an extra, I think, $3 or $4 off this time. And so we'd like to just replenish, even though we keep one or two of these on hand all the time, we like to replenish them. And so we had emptied one bag this week, and so we happened to go ahead and pick another one up while we were there, especially since it was on sale. And then over here we got a 10-pound bag of yellow potatoes. We go through a decent bit of potatoes. I actually still have some red potatoes in the basement from the Amish, but when my father-in-law was up there this week, he tried to pick some up for us again, and two different potato farms were both completely out of potatoes. So we did go ahead and pick those up while we were at Costco. I picked up a set of Epsom salts to go ahead and replenish my stock of that. We do soak in Epsom salts here to help with our magnesium levels, so I like to keep that on hand. And then the last thing in here is bath tissue. Yes, we haven't really bought any. I think maybe once since March we've bought a case of this, but we figured we better go ahead. That one's starting to run down some. It was 6 people. You go through a lot of toilet tissue. So hopefully we won't have to worry about any madness, but if we do, we'll be set. We have a case here. So, and then I have one more thing, so I'm going to run you guys outside. And the last thing we picked up was this indoor-outdoor mat. I think it was $11.99. So my husband is super excited to have a mat to wipe his feet on again before the snow comes. So guys, that is everything. If you guys like these kinds of videos, please give me a thumbs up. And if you guys are new here, please hit that subscribe button down below. We'd love to have you back. We'll see you guys all next time. Bye.